There are 5 new 96 overall masters, all giving out different boosts, and there is a 98 overall grandmaster, Shaquille O'Neal, who is at that point guard position, again giving out a boost, and he has got a dunk package. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can get these guys, as well as how you can potentially get that 98 overall grandmaster. So let's start off by taking a look at the events themselves. You can see it is a format that we have had before, but in a different sort of map. There are 5 different sections, one from each of the different masters. So you got Elgin Baylor, you got Magic Johnson, you got Joel Embiid, you got Russell Westbrook, and you've got Kevin Garnett. All of these guys have their different sections, and each one has 2 events. Now, each of those 2 events have 2 events in themselves, as it were, and each one will unlock at different times throughout the whole day. So make sure you're staying on and playing through every single time when these do actually reset. All of them will reset every single 24 hours, so make sure you're going through and going ahead and playing as many as you can, because that is the best thing to do when trying to get these masters. You can see over here, I've played through 2 of these events already, and they are going to give you 4 tokens guaranteed, and there is also a 50% chance of you getting an extra token on top of that, which will help you out, and we'll go into all of the calculations later on in the video. But this one's going to reset at 6 a.m. EST. The rest of them are going to unlock at different times. Like I said, this one 4 p.m. EST, this one at 8 a.m. EST. So each one's going to unlock, but overall you're going to get through 2 events on each of the different nodes, as it were, every single 24 hours. You can see there are 2 unlocked at the moment, and throughout the day there will be more and more will reset as we keep going through it. So as you can see over here, there is exactly the same stuff for Kevin Garnett's event, 4 tokens plus a 50% chance of you getting an extra token. Now, I did save one of these ones to my bench just to show you exactly what you get out of it, and just to help you run through this promo as we sort of play along with it. As you can see, so 4 tokens are guaranteed, and we do have a 50% chance of getting a 5th one. We managed to get 5 out of that one. I did manage to get 5 on the first one, so that is pretty good over there. And most of the promo is to do with luck, depending on how many masters you will get in total. Now, there is also an extra event which can be done just once throughout the whole day, so it is another 24-hour sort of cooldown over here, but it does have a 10% chance of you getting one of the players. And if you get one of the players out of this pack over here, you're going to be A, extremely lucky, and B, that is going to help you out a lot when it comes to the sets and lowering how many tokens you actually need to be able to get one of the masters, which we'll go on to later. But you also have a select pack, but this one over here is going to give you a bunch of tokens, and you're basically going to select 3 of them. So it's going to give you 15 tokens in total, as it were, 1 from each of the different masters, and you can basically pick 3 of them corresponding to the master that you want. So basically go ahead in the news tab and pick which one you want to go for first out of the 5 masters. For me, that is going to be that Kevin Garnett, so I want to get the April Fool's Show cast master sort of tokens over there. When I play that one event I can play daily, I will then claim my pack, and I will pick those showcast sort of tokens over there just to help me with that Kevin Garnett. And that is the key with this one. And make sure you're picking the ones that you need. You can see all of them over here. We just want the ones for Kevin Garnett. You can double check which ones they are, is if you press on them, it will say the master just at the end over there. We know it's for Kevin Garnett, so we're going to pick up 3 of those just for us over there. And then once I've got Kevin Garnett, I won't pick those tokens when I played through that event. I will go ahead and pick some different tokens for another master that I want to try and get. There is a VIP event pass which you can buy in the store for real money, and it will get you some extra tokens over here. You can see it's a 10 out of 50 sort of tokens. You can play through it daily, and you do have a 25% chance of getting an extra player. So it's basically the same as the daily event, but with a lot more extra rewards on top of that. Then taking a look at some of the sets over here, we'll skip past the first sort of layer, as it were, and we'll take a look, and we'll start actually at the bottom, because say I've got my tokens for this Kevin Garnett. That's what I'm trying to go for with this promo. You can take all of the stuff I'm saying for him for all the different masters in which one you are going to try and go for. Let me know in the comment section down below which one that is going to be. But you can see over here, you're going to need the 89 overall player, 90 overall player, 91, 92, and 93 overall players to be able to get yourself your 96 overall grandmaster. Now, how to get these players is simple. You just go on to the next sort of side over here. You can see 20 tokens gets you this Kenny Smith, and then as you keep going, 30 tokens for a 90 overall, 45 tokens for a 91, and then 65 tokens for a 92, and finally 90 tokens for a 93. So in total, it's going to cost you 250 tokens specifically to be able to get yourself one master, and that will be taken into consideration when we go through all of the different calculations. You can see it's exactly the same for Russell Westbrook, but instead of getting the players you need for Kevin Garnett, you need his players, which you can get by getting these most valuable player sort of tokens to be able to get them, and you just keep working through getting as many players as you can. That's why I said if you get any of the players from the packs in the actual events, then you are extremely lucky and you will be able to save yourself quite a few tokens. Because say I get lucky enough and pull a Blake Griffin, that means I can save 90 tokens on getting that Russell Westbrook, which will help me immensely in trying to get the actual player itself, because that's 90 tokens I don't actually need to worry about in trying to get him. I can focus on trying to get some other players with those tokens and trade them in, and that's where the trade upsets come in handy. And they're over here. You can see you can trade in 25 random tokens to be able to get yourself a 15 token select, and with the select pack you're basically going to get the tokens that you want. So it's the same thing as when we picked these 3 casting tokens, if you guys remember that. It's going to be the same thing for that, but instead of picking 3 tokens, I'm going to be able to pick 15 tokens that I need to be able to get my master. So say I'm definitely not going to go for this Elgin Baylor, for example, then I won't have any use for these old school edition tokens. So what I would do if I have a lot of them lying around and I want to try and get some other masters is I would stick them in here and then select the ones I do need, for example the casting tokens, because that will help me get Kevin Garnett, whereas Elgin Baylor I don't really want. And that is just an example, but you can use that in whichever masters you do and whichever masters you don't want. There is a massive exchange set over here, so 25 tokens for 15 tokens. There is a lower one for 10 tokens for 5 tokens, and then a lower one on top of that, which is 2 for 1 over here. You can see the lowest one has a ratio of you're putting in 2 and you're getting 1 out. The next one has a ratio of, again, you're putting in 10 and getting 5 out, so again a 2-to-1 ratio, whereas this one over here is slightly different. It's a 25 in and 15 out. So this one is probably better for your money, because instead of putting in double, which would be 30 tokens to get 15, you're putting in 25. So this one is probably the best one to do. But again, if you got a load of tokens you want to exchange, it is probably the better one to do. So make sure you're using this one more than the other ones, because it is saving you 5 tokens in the long run, and that's going to help you out, because tokens are the most valuable thing when it comes to this promo, as well as the players, of course. But then to be able to get yourself that Grandmaster, you're going to need to exchange all 5 96 overall players to get yourself your playstyle select point guard 98 overall Shaquille O'Neal. He does apparently have a dunk package, which is going to be super fun if you do manage to get him, and you will of course get your 96 overall masters back. And it does actually say all the 5 April Fool's show masters will never become auctionable. Now I don't know whether that is just an April Fool's joke, maybe they do become auctionable or not. It's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully they do become auctionable, hopefully that is just an April Fool's joke. But yeah, you will get those back, at least you should get them back, and it's not just an April Fool's joke, but you should be able to get them back when you actually exchange them for your 98 overall Grandmaster. Now in the store there are some extra stuff over here you can go ahead and purchase. There's all of these money offers over here on the left hand side of VIP event pass, extra player packs that are going to help you in the set. On the free to play side, you can see on the right hand side you're going to get this April Fool's show claim. Now this one's going to give you a trophy which can be put in place of any of the tokens. It can be put in place of the casting token, it can be put in place of the MVP token. It's any of those tokens this one can be put in place of, and this one you're going to get free, and that is pretty easy, and that is going to reset daily. And there's also 5k coins or watch an ad to be able to get yourself another one of these trophies. You can do this 5 every single day, and you will get those 5 tokens every single day, which is going to help you out in total. There's also some cash offers, so 100 cash gets you 1 trophy, 1000 cash gets you 9 April Fool's show trophies and a 10% chance at getting a player. And then there's also a boom bust pack for 300 NBA cash. But now let's work out exactly what you can get from this promo itself. So let's start off by taking a look at it if you are extremely unlucky with these events. So there are 20 events in total. Say you are extremely unlucky, which I doubt anyone will be, but say you only get 4 tokens on every single event you play. Again, that is extremely unlikely for it to happen, but that means you're going to get 80 tokens from the event every single day, which puts you up to 560 tokens in total. And then if we add 21 tokens from your select pack over here from the main event, you're going to be able to get yourself 581 tokens plus all of the stuff in the store. That puts you up to 623 tokens in total if you are extremely unlucky. That's probably going to be about 2 masters. Again, depending on what players you pull from some of the packs, if you do, that's going to lower the amount of tokens you need to be able to get yourself at least 1 master. But that is probably going to put you out maybe 1, maybe 2 masters. Obviously, you're going to exchange some of the tokens you get to be able to put into other masters tokens to be able to help you with that one. So that is going to be roughly about 1 or 2 masters. Now, if you are getting 5 tokens on about 50% of these events, that's going to alter what you can get. So again, there's 20 events. That means you're going to get 90 tokens if you get 5 tokens on half of the events you play every single day. And that is going to put you up to 630 tokens throughout the whole promo, plus the 21 from the actual select pack. That's going to put you up to 650, plus the 42 from the store. That puts you up to 693 tokens throughout the whole promo. That is going to be roughly between 2, maybe 3 masters, again depending on what players you get, and again you will have to use those exchange sets to help you out, but that's about 2 to 3 masters as it were. Then if you are extremely unlucky with your events, you will be able to get yourself 5 tokens on every single event. Again, this is very unlikely. Sort of the middle one is what you would probably get depending on how lucky you are, but obviously if you get extremely lucky, you get 5 tokens on every event. Again, 20 events, that puts you up to 100 tokens every single day. Times that by 7, that gets you up to 700 tokens throughout the whole event, plus the 21 from the actual select pack gets you up to 721, plus the 42 from the store, that puts you up to 763 tokens throughout the whole promo if you get 5 tokens on every single event, which again is very unlikely, but if it does happen, then you do manage to get yourself 763 tokens, which will roughly mean about 3 masters here and there. Now on the stamina front, it isn't too bad at all. To play through all 20 events plus the extra event, it is only going to cost you 1,100 stamina every single day, which isn't too bad as that is just under 2 stamina refills if you have got 600 stamina, which I do. And again, all the events are dropping throughout the whole day, so you don't just play all of them in one go. You are sort of going at it at a little bit of a pace. So that hopefully has summed up the whole promo and how you can get those masters. You're probably guaranteed at least 1 master, if not 2. No money spent. 3 if you get very lucky with some of the stuff, and if you pull a player, that could change everything. You might even be able to get 4 masters, or maybe even 5, depending on how many players you pull. If you get any of the players out of this promo, let me know in the comment section down below, because you are extremely lucky if you get them out of your different packs over there. Let me know what masters you're going to go for with this promo, and if you want to know exactly how you can help yourself in getting the stamina, if you think you're going to struggle with getting the 1,100 stamina daily, go check out the video in the bottom left hand corner where I went through all the tips and tricks you need to be able to get unlimited stamina in NBA Live Mobile Season 6. Go check out that video, and I'll see you guys in that one. Peace.